Good evening, friends. Welcome to Workers' Resources, Soviet Republic, Traditional Farming Democracy, TBD, Terminal, Dependence, Total something dependence. I think that we could, at this point, call it. Look at the last few videos here before this one. Yes, they are between 7 and 8 hours somewhere a piece. And this is apparently the result. So, I mean, yes, it's magnificent and everything, but I mean, it's getting a bit out of hand. I cannot really say that I have it under control. But anyway, here we go. It's time to signal this up for proper use. Yes, which is something I enjoy doing. So what really is the problem? Is there even any? And here is a bit interesting and challenging. Not that though, but that's what we want there. And also for going into here, you need to be a bit clever. And so on. Then out you go. And then we just continue on here for a little bit down the artificially created thing that's a bit too close to the other one. You want to space them really well. We can only fit, one train. We can only put one block in here realistically. Yes, that's what it's going to be. It's even a bit short. Yes, and what do you have going on here? Nothing too odd, really. It's just a bit of things. That's completely wrong. That's completely right, though. So there you go. And here then, yes, it's more of the same. I don't think we need to bother with the change. We should bother with the change signal here. Those are our choices to choose from. So on. We do not offer any opportunity to turn around here for fueling up and such. We only offer through traffic. Do never ever get the idea of trying to turn around in relation to refueling. Actually, we want this one here, I think. I'm not exactly sure. The train stops. Yes, the train will stop about there. And the maximum reasonable train length is about that. So there, and then you can actually release this quite quickly here. Then I might be trying to be too clever about this now and screw it up completely. Or it will work reasonably well. I don't know. Yes, like that, and that's about right, I think. Okay, further down the line. Here you seem to be doing right-hand traffic for a little bit. It's not correct. That is more correct. But what's going on here? Hello? I don't know what to say. It was wrong. Now I don't quite trust it, but I think it is somewhat right. Yes, I think it is down here. We could finish the other. Now I'm not quite sure what the hit box is for this, but it seems to be pretty long away from the road that you have to hold your trains. Here we will not be able to hold a train. It will simply... Yes, please don't catch fire while there's a train moving through here. Okay. Yes. No. But there is fine. And it's so quiet around here. We take some music to fill it out with. Yes. Addiction. I can't break it. I thought, when I ended the last one, that yes, now I will put it on, which was yesterday. Yes. Now this one will be it for a bit. This will have to be it for a bit, and so on. But here I am again, fiddling with this. Pardon me. Pardon me. Yes. Right. I think that's finished. Yes, indeed. What are we doing? Same thing. So we're trying to drive on the right side of the railroad and so on. Maybe. I think that, yes, in here there is a funny little thing which is not supposed to be there. No, but let's see here. You can come. You don't need a diamond because you come on a single thing. If you are going from in there, and if you're going through here, you don't need to change over anything. No, this was purely for the construction vehicles to be able to do their thing. There we go. That's really not what was intended there. We should patch that up as if nothing happened. No one noticed. Like that then. Yes, and yes, you could put one more block in about here. Now, how many trains we expect to send to the harbor? It seems like we're built to handle quite a few, but you never know. One or two, maybe a year. Okay. I mean, it is incredibly unprofitable to export by ship, which we've learned. Since the price goes down so very, very much under the time that during the time that you're exporting, so much so that I'd start an argument at the moment on the Steam forum about it. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I don't think it will gain much traction. It's simply a function of how they've solved how they programmed the ship export thing. No, they want to exactly as I predicted in my shipping video. By the way, yes, it is now implemented. Predicted. I suggested it could work. The ship disappears off the map and then unloads for a while and then comes back. Problem with that is now that if I could make one other suggestion, is that the ship could be gone. Yes, it can be gone for a long time. It can be gone for, say, 2-3 months or something. But that it unloads a bit quicker. As it is now, I don't think we still have it on the graph. But it takes like 3 months to actually unload, and it doesn't. I mean, yes, it takes months to go to the remote docking facility, the remote port, maybe. But in this case, since we were on the Baltic Sea, it only takes like a day. But anyway, once you're there, it doesn't take months to unload. Even though, well, 19,000 tons, it takes a while. I don't know exactly, but I think that we're talking days, rather than months, anyway. I think so. I am again speculating about things that I know little about. As in here too, it loads quite slowly for some reason. I mean, there's a pipe. The pipe is connected straight into this enormous thing. And it just gets dumped in there, more or less. Yes, it gets distributed into different compartments and such, but more or less, it's a huge pump. We pump bitumen. Yes, I suppose we have to keep that heated or something. It will get, if it's, yes, it will get quite stiff. And you're doing ridiculous things. We can't do anything about that. Just do that. We have. Okay, so what do you want to do with this thing now that we have it, if anything? And there's plenty of things that one could do with it. Mostly selling things. And I'm not sure I want to sell things. And building this Baltic tanker is taking forever. There's still 3,500 tons of steel remaining and 512 tons of mechanical components. You're empty on that, so why not go and get more? I think that we have a pretty good stock. Yes, we do. We're actually about to run out. Here. Caught that right in time. And they will stop production any second now. Because no, we cannot weld the hull or anything since we have steel. There's 250 tons immediately and 2,500 tons here. We cannot continue welding the hull because a gear for the engine is missing. Yes, so therefore all production has to cease. Did we have any in the warehouse maybe? The train, oh, we had 47 tons in the warehouse. Well, then it's fine. You're waiting there. I think that's good for you. You're doing. Is this? No, this is not within the catchment area, hitbox, whatever you call it, of this. These. Because our drivers aren't reasonable. And well, are these? Yes, you could possibly drive through these. Yes, you could quite easily drive through these. Not now, though. Now it would be a stupid idea to do. Otherwise, you could do something like that if obviously they were down for a silly reason. For example, a train waiting here, and you could see trains passing by here at high speed. You know that one is not going anywhere in a long time, and you have already been sitting here for 2 hours. And the train driver looks at you and like, what the hell are you doing? Just go. I promise I won't run you over. No, they don't. They sit there and wait whilst the thing, for example, the food factory is burning down right next to them. Yes. 14,000. We have so much fuel. And we also have 2 tankers full of fuel here. I don't know what to do with it all. One could decrease production in the oil refinery, that is one thing. But for such a long time we had a fuel deficit, a crisis, and it was a constant struggle of juggling trains about and trying to get the fuel to the most urgently needed place and so on. Now we don't have that problem. if we wanted to just simply add a whole lot of fuel storage into this system, I suppose we could do 2 of these huge tanks out here. Why not, really? Yes, we already have plenty of caches spread out all over the place. So, if you want to add more, we could add it here. Although, let's check this first. During it's June, yes, half the year, almost has passed. Have we had any cease in the production of fuel, for example? We don't know. We cannot see the graph down there, regrettably. And I don't suppose control settings. No, not that one. There is one thing graphical, that there's a GUI scale something or other here. Custom GUI size. Will this do it, you think? It decreases the legibility quite significantly, but just for this year production. You see, now we can see the thing. Yes, a scroll bar would also have worked. Fuel. We have not had any ceases in production, but it's only a matter of time before we're full everywhere again. Yes. So therefore, put that no, not custom thing size. No, there we go. Right. So 2 of these enormous things here in series with this. So wherever it comes out of from now and goes into here, we'll take and put through 2 of these and then back into here. I think that will allow the train to when it is in, pull the resource through all the way. We have repeaters in between and such, of course. Right. Now you're just feeding your addiction again here, just doing completely useless, meaningless things. And we're perfecting and polishing the traditionella bonddemokratin. I can't even call it that. I have to call it something then. I'll think of something, maybe. Suggestions are welcome. TBD. Total boring dullness, for example. Let's see here now. We need to zoom in. I'm trying to juggle a tall glass of tea, whilst not spilling that on anything. Yes, from about that direction, I think that... No, wait a minute here. We'll come out this way and then put it into here. Maybe where are your inputs? You have one input and it's there. Okay. And I suppose it doesn't really matter that much. Yes, this here. Not too close to the warehouse. We already have a road vehicle step on it. Yeah, just leave enough room to, if everyone would want to get the railroad past here. Yes, for any reason whatsoever. There's one. And yes, you will be going out of there into there, and here's the... it will be like that then, but we want a... I'm going to have to put this down. Yes, I think it's a bit nice that we have it up on a hill, actually. There's a bit of elevation change involved in moving this around, especially since this is a storage. Yes, in case of emergency, for some reason we would not have electricity. We could simply use gravity to get it out of here. That's a far-fetched reason for... but still... Yes, something like this. It will be on its own little ledge here and thing. And doing this a bit to have some space around it. Yes. And there, for example. Now, this should not need a repeater in between. The question is what happens, because I intend to, now then, yes, we'll cut this off. This is more or less full, that will last us a long time. Only problem is that the production here will cease rather instantaneously. Yes, where is the fuel coming from? It's coming from here. There is a pump, we don't need to cut that off. It is being multiplexed with bitumen out of here. How interesting, and how thoughtful and forth thinking. Yes, I think that we're going to need 2 repeaters here. Go mode pipe engine thing, that one, forwarding pump, very good. About there. Yes, and also about, I mean, if it could at all be covered by an existing substation, it would all be lovely, but no. You don't need these ones. You can actually feed direct medium voltage into, right? Very good. Somewhere around here. Yes. And somewhere in between here too. Wasn't this at an altitude difference? Not as severe as it looked. Okay, apparently we're doing that. Pipe? No, wait a minute. Both of these pipes, screw them for the moment, and just in case we're going to do something a bit, you can't get a road underneath there anyway. It's just not possible. That's not right at all. No, screw that. Don't do silly things. Just do a sane thing. Thank you. Right, here we're drawing the roads first of all, since they are the least flexible. As we can hear a train trying to work, and sound trying to work. Yes, it's going from that direction. We can do too sharp a turn. Okay. Aren't you the picky one? And then from here. No. Try it again. Right. And one thing that we have learned really actually recently here is that for long-term projects such as these, one can really do it with a proper road from the beginning, you know, since it doesn't really matter that it takes some time to get set up and such. So are we going to do that then? Yes. here too. I suppose so. That is a bit much to have paved road all the way out here, maybe, but this is what we're going for. We'll come off here and remember what you said about leaving room for a future railroad through here. If for whatever reason you would want to do that. There we go. And this bit, just to be safe here, we'll actually pay for. That can cause problems. We have seen, such as lots of construction vehicles piling up here, trying to do things, and which results in nothing happening whatsoever. Except that people get upset and leave. Okay, so we now have this to do. I think that also out of here is also fuel. Right, that will actually make it a bit more resilient, although it will take away. Here is where the local people get their fuel from. Right. Right, indeed. So we have a choice of getting the fuel out of here or here. If we take it out of here, we will probably get priority over the local consumers, and that might not be what we want at all. After all, we just want a bit of the excess here. Don't build it ridiculously, unnecessarily tall, neither while you're at it. Just build it as tall as you need to have a safe margin of error, which that could maybe not be considered a completely safe margin of error. No. I'm going to have to do something a bit ridiculous here to get up to a height which is a safe margin of error, I suppose. Yes, something like that. Yes, but that, okay, it's close, it's safe enough. Margin of error, margin of safety margin. Yes, but then we take the metal pipe straight through the power line without any too long. Oh, come on. Oh, fine. That's always bound to happen. And another one of these then. Yes. We want you need flat terrain. Sure, you will get your flat terrain. And then do something coming down to infrastructure in a way. Yeah, there you go. Yes, pumping fuel, and then also how are you supposed to hook up to this? There's no way of doing that. There's absolutely no way of doing that. So we'd have to do something here. Yes, we would have to have something that is of this nature, adding things together nature. which is not this one, but this one. Yes, and don't try to be clever and hook up the things here, because I barely know myself what this. I'll take this back just a bit. Not that one now. No, this pipe. Not completely trusting the removal tool here, and now the autosave. Yes. Then again, the pipe below, I believe, is for a... Oops, there it went. Screw it. What is it for? Yes, it is for a disused chemical plant, so screw it. Yes, fuel comes out of here, goes into there, and then comes out of here, goes into here, and also at some time or other comes out of here, goes via one more of these here. Forwarding pumps, yes. And we need to reach down there, so somewhere around here. That might be too long, and that might also be too long. Just do two then. You'll be safe. Yes, one there and one here. Yes, and these things we actually do want to get done very quickly. Crossing not allowed. What? So piping. There's still more piping to be done. 162 tons of steel we're up to so far. And that is not counting the deconstruction of these two enormous storages. So, some other infrastructure is in the way. Yes, we call that a road. Like that, and then again. No, that's not at all. Come from there, yes, from there. Some other infrastructure is in the way again. Again, it's also a road. It's a road. It's some sort of road. Yeah. Road is an extremely wide term after all. Too sharp of a turn. Okay. We don't have any electricity down here. I suppose this yes, it's electricity from there. No, we don't then. Right, both of these are 200 tons of steel, and then I don't know how much went into the pipes, but at least as much, possibly more. So you're ready for that, right? We have... Well, this place is completely full. Why are we limiting the amount of steel? Here, let's not do that. 470 workers in the steel mill. Okay. Yes, you might find that we don't quite have the coal to do that. This is still working, but it is starting to fill up its internal tank of fuel. Right. Here, whilst we're at this, either hook it back up or remove it. As this is raw petroleum that we have access to here, if we wanted it for something, which we don't. And this, yes, for how long have you been standing here with your 160 kilograms of gravel? Many years. Many years. Did we remember to hook all of these up? No, not this one, for example. And electricity is still not done whatsoever. Sides of things are too steep and whatever it is. We have many opinions about this, it would seem. But I think that my excavators can deal with this. Yes. Right, we need electricity all the way here. Here is something. What's this? Yes, this is one of those. And here we have medium voltage switch without any loose connection on it. Here we do have a connection available. Very good. That's what we'll use. There. And go on from there. So we take medium voltage switch. Let's start here. Let's see what we can cover. We can cover everything with a substation here. Yes. Very good. That's what we're going to do then. And the switchboard can be out here. Right. Okay, you get there, yes. Yes, there's a pump. That's why it has one of those things on it. That's not what we're doing though. Oh, no. Yes. There. Magnificent. This road, one really could wonder what the point is of. It doesn't even. What if it at least did? It's not possible to do. That's why it doesn't do that. As I don't know. If for any reason one would want to, yes. I could say that we're not only building the most essential things here now. Yes, speaking of non-essential things that we're building here, these locomotives, I'm a bit sick of them. We should put them away or something and get ourselves a license to be building something like this. 13 million? 13 million? That's a lot of money. That's very expensive. Is what it is. And if you only care about speed, you want to use these ones. 160 kilometers per hour they do. So do these. Yes, there is nothing wrong with these at all. That's not my issue. It's just that it's the only locomotive that we have available for us to build. And this is, what if we were to do, if we go here, we say load 100% of anything and then unload there. How much are you worth a train of these? Oh, you needed to go and refuel, is what you decided that you needed to do. That ought to be quick. take it a bit easy here and see what we do with this. If we try and use this to add to the fund of getting a GP40 license, for example, yes, it won't go a very long way towards that. If we want to do rubles, then yes, we'll get about 1 million ruble for this, but what will you do? You will continue doing this, right? Going back and forth here between these. Where are you putting all of these Mercedes? I think that we might have been doing a few here now for a while. Where they all end up, I don't know, but the auto here are a few. Yes, are they getting distributed to the people here? Although it doesn't really feel worth the effort of giving them cars when the maximum length that they are willing to commute is 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. Oh. And they appear to have plenty of vehicles. They don't have anywhere to park. Right, but the thing is that all the parking spots in here, we really don't need to. We can. Well, what does this mean? That occupancy of car parks. Any. Okay. Yes. Any. Yes, that will allow them to, because you don't need to drive to anything in town here. Really, all the places that you would want to go are outside of town. A little bit. Here mostly. Yes, and I've been really trying to get. Yes, here they're also commuting via car to work as firemen. All of them, I think, have driven here, haven't they? Yes, they own cars. Yes, that's good. Yes, that's all nice and such, but out here, yes, it's a bit far away. You know, we don't want to drive that far. Oh, that's why we only have one firefighter here. Still, this parking lot has, for some reason, attracted a few. As the ones living there. Which is right on the limit. I've been trying to build shortcuts and what have you. Here we could try and build a shortcut too. Shorten the length of the route. Something like that. We can try. We have tried many things here. Here, if it would be possible to get a road in between, maybe that would. I mean, I'm really grasping at straws here, or what you call it now, but whatever will make these people drive to be firefighters, that's my goal here. To not have to take care of them every step of the way. Yes. And I just assume that the length, the amount of road that they are willing to traverse is also affected by which type of road it is, so that they'll probably drive further on you know these on paved roads than they will on not so paved roads. Technical services, you need those too. Well, we do have plenty here. Yes, but we probably need even more out here, because here you don't really have a lot of it now, do you? Well, there are here. Not here though. Yes, I'm still learning this apparently to get these in too, whilst doing other things. But this, I think, as you see, it's working fine. They have lots of firefighters here, and they cover all of this stuff, which is good. And they could also cover future things out here if we would want. But I think that we got enough fields for now, at least. Yes, we can actually look at this now. If we look, I mean, this year, the domestic production, I don't suppose we have produced any crops so far this year. We ought not have. No. Last year, however, we did produce 26,827, and the consumption 23,000. So that's a comfortable margin, which will also allow us a bit of growth in population before we need to consider expanding the farming in the fields here, or here, or here, or wherever. Right. Yes. Indeed. What's going on down here? Let's just have. It's always good to check in on a place like this where you have planned in severe infrastructure changement. Yes. Maybe here it would not at all hurt to have a little bit of a shortcut. Too steep? And that we'll have a little discussion here about things being too steep or not. So yes, they are working on the roads, which is good. And this would be technical services. No, medium voltage switch. Yes, again, you haven't built any technical services here. Neither. Oh. I guess I haven't. Okay, so if we do a road, then you can build it. If we don't, then you cannot. Okay. Because we're doing a road then. Is this hooked back up? No, it is not. Because it is. They are working on. What's actually going on here? Yes, they are pumping out things here. Pump them up there, we pump them in there, we pump them in there, pump them in there, and we also pump from here, maybe into here. Yes, this will be a very interesting system if it works. Might be, that it ends up circulating around here constantly. Which is certain to harden the burden of running this game even more than it already is. Is this, you're missing asphalt? Yes, meanwhile you have 4 dumpers here. What you mean is that you really need some, like a paver and or workers, preferably both. Because asphalt you seem to have quite a bit of. Just saying. And here lots of buses are stuck behind a digger that is out. Going to build a medium voltage switch somewhere. I think they'll be done before you make it there. Now we have these things for you to ride on. But sure. Two hours. I wonder if they'll make it to the steel mill. A piece of road is finished. Which is very good. This chemical warehouse is full. Also good. Missing mechanical components. I don't know why this is not progressing more quickly, but whatever. I don't want to interfere with the natural workings of things here. I think that we have plenty of workforce available and everything. Are you, for example, the source is without mechanical components? Really? What is your source for mechanical components then? Alvaret Road Cargo Station. Are they out of mechanical components? That's by the factory. Oh yes, the train is in here and loading. We really could have quite a few more workers in here. Yes, we could. And where is the little truck that is supposed to shuttle steel into here? What happened to that one? Yes, it's you. You've been for a refuel, and in that time, the thing has been emptied out. Where are you anyway? You're going by the power plant. Where have you been for refuel? Well, we've got smoke, we've got that, we've got things, we've got all good. And the little truck usually gets priority over everything. when it is here. Every now and then. Anyway, I don't know. There are many things here now that requires steel. Apparently, strategical steel relocation. How much we got in here now? It's 11,850 tons. Okay, this is full. This is full, more or less. Yes, very good. But you know, little truck, they will be out of steel here pretty soon if you don't see they're missing steel, they say. Oh, when you unload it. Oh, right. The factory is not actually connected to the thing, so it has to unload for that to happen. Right, interesting. You know, this truck has always been enough to keep the mechanical component factory and everything here well supplied. But one trip for a refuel and they went out of resource, and this will not last them very long now, will it? No, and then they're out again. Yes, this open storage could be better placed. It might even be possible to place in such a way that it has related vehicles, apparently. Rail construction office. Okay, you go here to get your steel. It ought to be possible, but then if it is, why didn't I do it before? To place it in such a way that it has a factory connection to both the road cargo station and the mechanical components factory. Not sure. Because now that we have 50-60 workers in here, the one truckload of 4 tons of steel there, that goes quite quickly. Yes, we could, you know what we could do is replace this with a much larger vehicle, such as one of these. How much do you load? 21 tons of steel, yes. That sounds pretty good to me. And I am a bit curious now here with all the new roads and everything that we have, which route it will take. Oh, and we are behind the truck with a couple of Mercedeses on it. Okay, we're going out here for some reason. Taking left or right, going straight ahead, left. Okay. Right, I would suppose, yes. Okay, so we're taking the one of the new roads. That's a good thing then. It means that we have created a more efficient connection by doing this. As the sound is struggling for some reason, it's really annoying. Why can't they get this to work? Is it me? We can try and fiddle with Fiddle with this for a bit. Oh, it doesn't make any difference. That's where it was before. That's where we leave it. Right, we are at the... where are we? Yes, we're at the great distribution center for fuel. Here. And we're going underneath the railroad bridges. The quadruple railroad bridges. An amazing feat of engineering that we have been able to concoct here. We can hear a train passing by over us. Yes. Where was it? Yes, we are going to Polochevo and Wawkawisk and the steel mill. That's where we're going. And there are lots of people standing around, we can see, waiting. Plenty of people, in fact. Huh. What do you know? Okay. Well, this is the farming lands that we get to see here. As if we look at the pavement, the frame rate goes up, but then that's not interesting. Lots of farms, lots of fields. But this is apparently what you need, more or less, to feed 50,000 people. And to do all other sorts of things as well. Yes, it is a bit... It is not that satisfying with the jerkiness and the... all the other things. Now the sound is working when we're not sitting right on the engine. Okay. How very nice. And now we're getting to... Yes, this is the first farm ever built in the original timeline in 1970. Yes. Now, you could either go right or go straight. You went right because it's paved. Or you may be going to use the tunnel to get to your destination. You might. And then we also get to see here, there's lots of things going on. Okay. There's a heat pipe floating above the road there. An insane bridge, more pipes, lots of pipes. In fact, we are not taking the tunnel, it would appear. You really should give way there when exiting something like that, but since the vehicles appear to have the capability of passing through each other, I mean, rules of giving way and such become less important. And here we see the smokestacks. We actually see the smokestacks of the steel mill. And we see more. These two are dust clouds from the coal processing. Yes. And we're going to get stuck behind a digger now. Come on. Not for long. Yes, and these streets are no good. They really aren't. But they are what they are, and they will not be changed. there are bypasses that exist, and this vehicle for some reason choose not to use them. Here we go. We're at the steel mill. I mean, it's running really sluggishly for some reason, I don't know. More so than usual, I think. Did I change anything, or did anything get changed in here? Terrain. That looks really sad. We need that. Shadows. Yes, did it make a difference? Not really. Oh. None of this makes a difference. It is the, I think it is the CPU that is the bottleneck. And we can't really affect what is going on. The game has to do what it, calculate what it has to calculate, after all. Yes, we now have a little bit more steel. Do we also have some mechanical components, maybe? Not a lot, but a bit. Yes, enough so that this should be no workers mechanism. Yes. I suppose you have stopped now. You cannot store or export fuel. Yes, indeed. I even started filling up here on the oil a bit. A little bit. This town of the chemists, I think that is one of the most proudest achievements that we have here. This is not a proud thing, though. We can fix that. And also maybe, but I think that we're turning out quite well. We have, in total then, yes, we are recuperating here. We started for a while and lost about 3,000 people, but out of 4,500 people of working age, we have 2,500 basic education and 3,700 or something with university education. So that's all good. Yes, you're playing football. Very good. Basketball. Long queue to play that. So we only have 2 schools, right? And 2 little universities in each end of town, and well, that seems to be enough. It does. Okay, have they gotten anywhere on this? Not really. They have started on this, which is good. They're doing groundworks. And here piping is being completed. Oh, and we have restored connection there, and the smoke is pouring out. Now this is more like it. How bad is the pollution around here, by the way? I think there should be a pollution monitoring station in here somewhere. amidst this mess of things. There is one. It actually isn't that bad. How come? No. What are you doing down here? Oh, you are loading. You are the fuel thing. You have been in here. This is a bit dangerous, come to think of it, to have this set to... No, it's not, because the food train goes directly in here. Yes. No, it's not dangerous then. Still, a second track here would not be a bad thing. We don't have it for some reason. I don't quite recall why. Yes, ideally now one would remove this semaphore, but that's not something that we want to do. No, we can only take short trains in here. There we go. Regrettably, one cannot here, select construction offices, no matter how far away they are. So we have to go somewhere around here, I believe it is. Yes, come on. Then one could have used this. There we go. And a little semaphore that will have to be moved to there later on. Not there for now. Although you will not be allowed to. We can move this now. It doesn't really help a whole lot where it is currently sitting. That helps more. Yes, no long trains in here, except for very brief moments, please. We even have the possibility to take a train in here. Actually. Isn't that something? Okay, so how's the new steel truck doing? Has it done any useful work yet? I don't think so, it's not in there. And there's plenty of steel here. Here it is. It is in fact doing plenty of useful work and keeping S. There we go, much better. Only 33 workers in the coal mine. What's going on? Still, they have not worked down the... is something the matter? I don't think so. I think it's all good. Yes, it's July. It's my favorite time of year because we can watch the crops come in here, and now we see we have 1,600 tons remaining in the store there at the pardon me, 1,600 tons remaining when the new harvest starts coming in. So that's plenty of margin. Plenty of margin. Very good. Yes, I see a truck leaving here with, but I suppose, yes, you're doing that. That truck line, I'm not certain that's needed anymore, but it is a safety valve and a safety measure, and it's not costing a whole lot to keep running, so we leave it in there. A train diesel station in Katzinchad is on fire. Oh no! Should we go and have a look maybe to be safe? This one. Let it burn. Yes, I can tear it out the road even. I actually want this to be gone. Oh no, they'll take care of it. They cannot store or export food. Should we be putting excess food somewhere? Excess food. As you know, as a safety precaution or something. We could. We have something out here, I believe. The only problem is here. Here we could store about 15,000 tons of food. Oh, meat has made it here too. Very nice. 300 tons, that's that. And plenty of steel too. Very good. Yes, I wanted to keep a cache of pristine W140s here. How's the production? The production of 1240s is not a problem. The problem, if anything, is to God damn it. They are sort of spread out all over the place. We can try something. Yes, we can try this, for example. If you go here, no, get rid of that. Let's say you go here, where there are plenty of cars, and then just go there for now. And hurry it up a bit if you wouldn't mind. And let's see what you get. You got a tanker, okay. Then maybe next time we try this instead. I can put that tanker there for the time being. No, that's not you. There, you are somewhere here. You have unloaded now. Good for you. Here, for example, wait a minute, what's this? Here is a truck that has 4 of these, and yes, they are 140s, they are pristine, they are brand new, right? That's brand new vehicle. We take you here, somewhere out here, was it? That it? It could be it. Yes, this is it. It is where we have meat and we have things. Okay, so why don't you come here and unload vehicles? And we'll see how we do. I mean, we could also keep some nuclear fuel here handy if we wanted to. Yes, I really wish one could park up a flatbed in here and then, you know, select which vehicles to load onto, but you can't. No. If I tell you here to go on to load, you will just take whatever's available and then leave. Anyway, the truck should be coming here soon. Here it is. 82 kilometers per hour you're limited to at night. .8 tons apparently it weighs. Okay. Yes, we still have a little ways to go until we get there. What happened, you know, the road building projects and so on, are they finished? Yes, about finished is what they are. They aren't quite finished. Yes, you have to be very careful when doing things like these, such as these. This one I'm not even going to bother waiting for so much. We have a car driving, another car driving. We have more cars parked here now. We have one firefighter and one person working in there. Where are you all people? If you're not working either at the fire station or at the... Not just you. What are you doing? You're working at the fire station. You are working at the fuel heating plant. Yes, and so on. That's good. 2 firefighters. I think that this is starting to look like something now. This is not, as those parking spaces can be reached there, but nothing else. But at least it's something. I saw a question mark here. What are you confused about? Did I upgrade or think about... yes, I have cut you off, haven't I? You cannot get to where you want to go, and none of you can get out of here. And you'll figure it out. You just have to go... yes, there you go. And Umleitung is what we have here for the moment. Yes, and there they go. And there's only one final stretch left here. Now, knowing this, maybe we could put in... I mean, if we were to remove a bit of electricity here, temporarily, which I'm sure is only a little bit important. You see, nothing flows through here anyway. It goes to here. Yes, the farm and that thing. But this switch, one could argue, is not really in a good spot, we could say. And we could probably find a better spot for it. Although there's a reason that it isn't already in here, and that's because the terrain is a bit uneven. And it is too close to the road, so it's not possible to do anything about it. What about here? No. Well, you had something there. Yes, but then the switch isn't really a switch because you cannot hook anything up to it. No, it's no good. It is no good. But this really is prime real estate for a parking spot. So I'm sorry, but electricity has to go for a while. Here. Yes, and I would really prefer to have a switch in between this substation and this power line, but it's not going to happen. So, there we go. You don't have any electricity now, do you? No. And neither do you. But this is gone. Yes. And let's see here how large a parking lot we can put down here. I mean, if we were to do some manipulation to the terrain and just smallen the lake ever so slightly here, I think we could get 2 big parking lots in here. It's for the safety and health and convenience of everybody, really. Can't build due to infrastructure. Yes, you can. You see? Now this is more like it, isn't it? And of course, we'll extend the walking infrastructure here to facilitate access to these parking spaces in a convenient way. In a convenient way as possible, even. That's not really convenient. Neither is that, but it's something. They can always walk on the road if they prefer. I think I would have gone for that, given the state of this. There we go. That's mostly for show. And this, if we could get this there, is that a good place? Yes, we'll have both. Too steep of an incline. It's not. There we go. You have plenty of cars to sell. Very good. And what did we win by this? Yes, we have 2 fire stations that we do not need to drive people to using buses. Great. Here, should we do a tour of technical services maybe, and see if we can't provide them with a bit of vehicles. Problem is, I'm really not sure where this needs more. I know I built plenty of technical services offices here as of late. I'm just not quite sure where exactly. So we need to find them. And we need to find the ones who currently are not sporting any vehicles. And whilst we're at it, let's build some more. It seems that you can't get enough of these. Really would like to have it here, as you might understand. It is not too steep of anything here. Yes. Here there should be, yes, there is this one there. Here we have something that is completely without vehicles. So that's 15 so far that we need. How many do we have? That's 20. That is 25. If everyone is getting maximized here, which they're not. Here there are old things that already have plows. Yes. They should be good. There could be something in here recently built, maybe. Not really. No. Okay. Oh, there. We have driven all the trains out of there and put them onto there, which means that we're now building even more of these locomotives. We should turn down the rate at which we build this even further. You're building more of these. I think that what we're going to need eventually here, if not sooner, are these. Yes, 40 about ought to do it, and then you can go back to we do some 1 to 4th here. Yes. Here we can see plenty of technical services. Yes, do you have vehicles? You have none. You have plenty. Out here I think they should have gotten vehicles. Yes. But we have equipped, I think, in case if they have gotten around to building them. Not sure, here's another one. Yes, if we head out this way. Here, yes, they're finished with this one. Good. And these are probably too far away to get picked up automatically, so we'll pay for the road. And okay, no construction offices in range. What about here? Yes, Hamnen construction office, Hamnen huge construction office. Okay, that's a few of the snowplows there that we need to distribute. Where are they then? Probably spread out all over the place, as is the tradition. Snowplows. Yes, we actually don't even have any. What? Space for vehicles. Yes, here are a few. That's it. this is all we got. Really. It is not going to cover us. I can tell you that. These I apparently have already opened up. Was that it then? Yes, maybe that was it. Okay. Now. You will be producing these things here for the foreseeable future. And such. What's this? You're bringing steel here. What are you doing then? Are you trying to load? Yes, you're trying to load vehicles, and then you're trying to go somewhere. Since we will now be building snowplows for a very long time, or for some time. We wouldn't happen to have a completely empty space for vehicles here, which is not meant for nuclear fuel such as these. No. We don't, but pardon me, we might have something that is reasonably not completely full, such as this one. Yes, so that's where you'll be going. Putting these snowplows. Hopefully. As here, for example, is a technical services things that has no snowplows for the moment. Beatis Technical Services 3. That was a very long way away. Yes, I mean, you're not all getting vehicles right now, I'm afraid. We simply don't have them. Even though we are working on them. I thought that we had more, but no, we don't. We have 3 more. Is that it? Yes. Jawohl. Yeah, that's it then. Okay, there is one more. One more snowplow. You maybe. Come on. Yep, there we go. But still, none of these are by any means full, and plenty of them probably still have none. So that's not that good. Regrettably. What happened? Did we get any Mercedeses? Yes, we did. Now, this truck thing here, don't you come bringing any inferior vehicles? A snowplow you're bringing? Where the hell did you get that? Oh, you're going here. We should actually put you into a bit of storage or something for the time being. Yes, after that you have been here this time, you can go to the closest convenient road vehicles depot, which has spaces available. Yes, and as per the usual, we have plenty of those around here. Everywhere, we always have plenty of Road vehicle steps out here. Yes, we're sure to find that again. But this is good. Here we have 4 of these. Could have one yellow. Green one maybe. Blue. That's... I think we'll go for one of the dark blue ones here. That and instead of this green, we'll have the other green, which was a whole lot greener. There we go. Yes, truck, are you on your way here? You ought to be coming. Okay, no one is upset, everything is doing good. Yes, 200 escapes a month. That's... yes, we have so many adult children. I think that's mostly what it's about. So you're fetching things from here. You're using this as raw materials, are you? Okay. And we're apparently fetching meat from here too. Okay. But that truck ought to be coming here pretty soon, I feel. Where is it? That's a bus. You're almost using 1 megawatt to keep these 322 tons of meat frozen. Yes, good. But seriously though, truck, where are you? You were supposed to be heading here? Or did I mess up the schedule for you somehow? No, you're still currently heading for this building. Oh, but you've been around, haven't you? And you don't have anything left. You have neither a car nor a snowplow here. But here's one. Yes, I don't know, you already have. Let's take one that doesn't have any. You don't have any. And that's apparently all you got. No, we open you back up and put you over here. And try not to forget about you too much. Right. Right. So far, 1 snowplow has made it here. So something is working. Okay, and we're approaching end of August. The summer is over. We have plenty of crops to bring into here. Yes, a total of 27,000 tons, of which 6.7 tons reside in the central storage hub. Oh, those are trucks waiting to be loaded. Yes they are. Yes, they are indeed. Should we do a break? I think we should do a little break and get back. Do we have any more significant projects? We have this. How is it going? It's not finished. But it is progressing. This has not started yet, so because the road to it is not finished yet. This is finished. It doesn't have electricity yet. I think that it will get electricity once this gets done. And here's another one that we certainly want some snowplows for. Yes. I'm going to need so many snowplows. How many do we have? I think I already did a count on this, didn't I? All map. Snowplow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Say 15. God damn it. That's a lot of snowplows. Yes. It really is. But you're running here. That's very good. It's full of fuel. You're starting to back up on fuel again. It will soon be a thing of the past. It will be a little while longer since we decided on building a very fancy road to this place for some reason. But there it is. It's finished. So I could just get, for example, that is a powerful one. And here we also, there are many fancy roads here. Like all of them are really fancy, except, you know, crucial ones that can't be upgraded because they're kind of always being in use. No, we could actually do something here. We could upgrade a bit because this never gets used by anyone. It looks better to have it that way, doesn't it? And this is rather terrible that we have this, but that I do not dare leave like that, because it's certain to cause issues. Yes, and what isn't? Oh, you see here they have almost started. They've gotten an excavator out here really quickly. They did. Yes, there we got workers. Still no gravel, no concrete though, but still more asphalt. But I'm sure it's coming. Yes, it is. Yes, the Soviet Construction Simulator 2020. It is something. Do we need to micromanage this anymore, or will it take care of itself? It will take care of itself from this point onwards, I think. We just want like a ridiculous amount of snowplows, and I'm not going to kid about this anymore, because I'm sick of being out of snowplows. So we are going to build such an amount of snowplows that you forget about that. Just build snowplows until I tell you otherwise. And we'll see just how this area has developed after the break, and how many snowplows we have managed to build and where they have ended up. Because that's certainly something that can be a bit random at times. There's one. Here are two. Going somewhere. You could unload automatically to technical services offices that are currently lacking in snowplows, and distribute them out until they all have all of their spots filled. That would be of great help, but I don't think that's going to happen, regrettably. No, and this thing we really don't have a whole lot of use for neither. At least not here. We could be dry container. We could put livestock in these apparently, okay. Fabric, you can put all sorts of things in them. You can paint them. Okay. Good to know. If we ever wanted to become exporters of things. How are we doing here? Are you doing good? You actually are running a little bit low on UF6, so we can increase the productivity there ever so slightly. No workers. None whatsoever. One worker. Is there something the matter here? Seriously, is there something the matter here? Yes, something has been the matter here. It isn't anymore though, I don't think, but something has definitely been the matter. Do we do anything about it? Yes, we do. We go to the culture capital, and because they are overpopulated as usual. And we this one and this one. No, this one. All of these people are without jobs anyway. And down here we have plenty of work for them to do. Something like that, and this one too. I don't know why this keeps happening. It's not that we are understaffed here. I think it is that the distribution office is not doing a good enough job for this. to cope. And that maybe we should build a new distribution office for this town. Because there's only one serving both this town and Hansasino, which is a considerably larger town, and which they have also had their little starvation crisis every now and then. So somewhere in here, wherever it would fit, here for example. Yes, we should do a medium distribution office there, and since we can, since there is road access from both directions, we shall do that too. Okay, this one is now filled up again, so thank you very much for that. We happily receive down here. Now this ought to do something for the workforce here of everything nuclear fuel fabrication and electronics related. Still no workers though. This is going to take a little while longer, but eventually. Let's hope that they are up to the task here of supplying this place with enough food. Especially this house is very important because that is what keeps these people, keeps them warm. And it used to be full out here all the time, and now it isn't anymore. No, it is a sad time here for some reason. Yes, we're going to do a break or not? Yes, I was going to do a break right about now. And resume at about the 2-hour mark. Yes, and quite some time did pass there. Just for reference, it's not we're approaching Christmas. God juletid, frid vare med er, and so on. It is now 1994, and I believe it was it 1993 autumn or summer something when we last. Or was it autumn or something? Autumn was approaching. Yes, autumn was approaching. It was turning brown. And here we are in the winter wonderland, which is always white and beautiful and never slushy and awful. In fact, yes, we have the perfect winters and the perfect summers every time, and so extremely predictable here as well. It snows on the same days every year. They could even get the snowplows out, spaced out for optimum efficiency, but anyway, the vehicle production line here is actually doing quite well. 322 workers and 98 engineers, yes, and that equates to about an 80% production percentage, and we are churning out 140s here at a rate which is something. Meanwhile, we're running out of space to put all these vehicles, so I remedied that situation. As in everything is perhaps also connected to railroad, you might be blocking yourself there for... No, you're working. Okay, sorry to interrupt. Knock on wood, but everything here should run smoothly. We can see it in action here. If it is indeed running smoothly, we have a second work train approaching. I don't know if it's going here or where it is. I suppose it is going there. The unfinished road 3070, that wouldn't happen to be this bit. No, that's 3072. Oh, you're going here. Right, there's plenty of work to do. Maybe there's another train waiting somewhere, causing all... Yes, here's a third work train waiting to get in. And here comes the first, yes, very useful prefab panels train comes rolling in and standing in wait in the queue that is slowly forming. Slowly but surely, but I don't think that there will be any major hiccups due to this. Again, wood knock is being on, so on. Yes, this should all work out lovely. It's just that here we have this. I think that this is Oskarshamn. Yes, they have only 18 workers there, so it's rather slow working, and they end up blocking for quite some time. But when they're done, which they won't be for a while, they will find their way out of here and back home again, and we won't have to interfere in the slightest. Meanwhile, they are working on 4 of these simultaneously, so it may take them some time. That said, it seems to be rather busy here with vehicles. Diggers have been out driving on the motorway. Very good. Or not. So you have built unnecessarily badly here due to having this, which you're not intending to use. Could have torn that down. Then again, we can still tear it down and maybe get one in here and one in here. Yes, but how many spaces for vehicles does one need? Really? I don't know, but I feel like we should have a fire station in here somewhere. Like here, maybe. Yeah, somewhere we can get workers from here. We could have the fire station here. Wouldn't that be nice and make sense? Yes, it would, but it's not in there, even though it looks a little bit like it. Equipment for citizens. We want the fire station, yes. Somewhere around here. Might be some traffic to deal with to get out of here. Every now and then there are buses. In that way it would make more sense here, but then you're getting quite far away from the bus station. As the bus station giveth and taketh. That road did not take, did it? Wonder if it will. Yes, it will. We don't bother because I still, yes, I actually have something off. I've spent here a little bit. Something burnt down, and at first I couldn't figure out what has happened, but no, that was not it. Gravel processing plant. Oh, here we go. Fire destroyed a building on the 12th of March of 1994. A terrible event occurred right here, and now one can see why such a thing would happen. You know, this modded hospital is not supposed to have this bug, but it seems to. And will it crash the game if I start removing these from service? You see, it had burned down. And I couldn't figure out because there are so many fire stations around here, but it happens every now and then that an ambulance gets stuck. Yes. And if we look at here, total material damage, 94,000 rubles. And it doesn't say anymore that with regret I must inform of human losses. But there were 13 deaths, and yes. That is sad. Otherwise, I think they always not doing that great, but we have moved a few people in. I don't know what the problem is. What is it that they run out of? Or what is the... There's some reason they don't quite prosper here. But they're happy. But I keep filling these houses up, and every time we look back, okay, here they haven't moved out. But here they moved out. Yes, you couldn't participate in any sport. Is that really such a... Yes, the problem is they can't participate in any sport, so they escape. And since the hospital hasn't been working and there's been an ambulance stuck, all the children have been dying, regrettably. That's how it works on hard settings. I've come to figure out here. And that is my current understanding. It may not be correct, but I think it is the way it works. More or less. Yes, here we have plenty of workers. This is working. You have plenty of UF6, but we could probably increase a little bit here to get the balance just right. We always have the nuclear reprocessing plant. How large was that again? It was a factory, was it not? There's also interesting embassy. There's an embassy here. It's obviously the town for it is Stockholm, because it's, as far as I understood it from the description, it is just a factory that has no connections and doesn't actually produce anything. Resource is maximum number of workers. Power consumption doesn't do anything. It is not a school. It is not a nothing. But here, nuclear reprocessing plant. It is quite large. And then the export is UF6, and that is what this takes as input. I don't suppose that you would just slot in here. You would, you might, if we could be without this road for a bit. So it is a nice road. Yes, but we could be without it for a bit, couldn't we? Yes, the landscape is also a bit challenging here. If we create a new road, as far down by the thing here as we can. Not too unnecessarily curvy, as you can hold shift. Remember. And that it didn't like one single bit. That bit right there. No, crap. What was I up to? What? When was the last autosave? Okay. About 5 minutes. Yes, might as well get one of these then. And then remember to switch this back on. There we go. No, that was that was sad. Nuclear reprocessing. Maybe we're not supposed to do nuclear reprocessing. Or we're not supposed to care about a bypass road. No. Something is it, but what it is yet to be revealed. And the thing with these autosaves is you never know where you're going to end up and what you were doing and certain what you've done and what you haven't done. So we shall see. Just what's going on here. There's plenty of things to do. There we go, game is initialized. Oh, we're right here. Oh, it was not even an autosave, it was a manual save. It was this, get rid of you, and that's fixed that thing. And then we pretty much got around to this. Yes. So we should try this again then. More or less the same thing. Yes. I mean, we could extend the landscape into what is currently the lake. But it feels a bit wrong somehow. Yes, but reprocessing nuclear fuel is fine. Yes, this, but apparently there is some other infrastructure in the way here. I don't know if it considers the lake infrastructure. I can't see a power line. And out here somewhere was the quite sensitive bit. That is not going to be a nice permanent solution. No. It's going to be something. There you go, we're rid of that, and I think that we also need to get that. It does not like to get rid of that at all. It really prefers to hang on to that piece of infrastructure, it would seem. Yes. It would really seem so. Yes, here we go again then. In our square, Soviet Republic, sun rises and sets on east, where there is a NATO country. Yes, no official explanation has been given to this as far as I know. Okay, here we know what to do with you about now. Yes. Can we do a third attempt at this? It seems futile, and it seems as though it is really resisting the attempt at reprocessing the spent nuclear fuel. Maybe we're not supposed to be doing that. But then again, it seemed a bit easy to remove that piece of road. Didn't it? Yes. We're still waiting for the crash. Here. What is it, 28, 29 or something? Yes. Lots. Numbering. Numbers. Many. Then there it goes. Now, at least we have a save. I wonder what it is, what's going on here. And if this save will crash whatever we do, because I didn't really do anything else than select the thing, the terrain modification tool. Yes, that's all I did really. From after removing the road, then again we get a fresh load now with the road already out, which maybe could help a bit. Yes, with auto vehicles will have to. I suppose it has something to do with the vehicle that expected that road to be there, and all of a sudden it wasn't. Yes, now we can do this really almost a bit too easily here. Don't get careless. We could even get the motorway in down there. Yes, but the motorway is currently up here. So maybe we could get something reasonable in here. Right beside, the reprocessing plant. Yes, so far no crashes. I think that I've figured it out. It was a factory, was it not? I think so. A nuclear reprocessing plant, indeed. Oh, it is large. Yes, it is very large. Yes. We would like a factory connection to that thing. That's really the only thing that we need. Because waste we can drive in here, and it's really not that bulky. Neither is the product, but everything else here is connected. And if that's what you want to do, then you're going to need more space about here. And I think you can forget about the motorway. And the road, bypass road here. Yes, you still need flat terrain. You can't build due to infrastructure. There's a road. You need flat terrain. This should work in here, I feel. Although my feelings about it may not have much to do about what's actually possible to accomplish and not, and such. And I have to say the snow makes it a bit difficult to make out what is a road and what isn't, but we can see from where the terrain is not possible to manipulate, where the road is, like here is something, obviously. Now then, it is still not really within the realm of possibilities now, is it? This not as such, no, but maybe in some other way or configuration. I mean, does that road really have to be there, or could we have something like that? Maybe. This is a bit far-fetched. Yes, it is a bit far-fetched. You could tear all of this out and then probably have the game crash a few times more. This seems to be a popular route. No wonder the game was crashing. And it is very slow. I think the only way to get away with it without the game crashing constantly is doing it this way if we want something better. Yes, because that the vehicles won't mind, or they won't realize what's going on or something. Yes, but it's still not quite possible to get. But this road is not necessary. this is okay. It might be nice and all, but that's for the distribution office there, which is very important distribution office. But it has a separate road connection. Beat the mud road, but still. Oh, oops! Now we're paying for terrain modification here. And it is New Year, so we will not get a clear sheet this year either. No. Okay, now then, can we try this again for the 22nd time? I don't think it's going to happen. Can't build it, they need flat terrain. Yes, I don't like, those things, whatchamacallit, forklifts very much. Even though they would probably make perfect sense here. Here it would sit. We could use a truck to shuttle stuff in between. Maybe there is nothing wrong with using a truck, quite the opposite. Since it is a fancy place, we could even have the streets lit here. Fancy place, yes. Reprocessing nuclear fuel. That sounds pretty fancy to me. There is a building in the way. Yes, we don't need that second road connection after all. Because none of the stuff here is really bulky. You're going to need a lot of chemicals and a truck or two of waste every now and then. And of course workers. How the hell are you supposed to get workers in here? This may be a bit of a stretch. I sincerely hope that it is not. And for some reason it doesn't have footpath connections on this end. No. And we can't join, the closest place we can join is there, and this is then a bit inefficient. We need to make every meter count here if we want this to work. Building in the way. Building in the way. Building in the way. Building in the way. Oh, do you think that there's a building here in the way, maybe? Yes, I would think that there is a building in the way here. What about this then? Yes. Now it's working. That will work, and so on. The question is, will this work all the way from here down up into, yes, it's into there. Yes, that will definitely work. It's just into there. That would be great. It's not signed to construction office. No, that will take some time. This bit will pay for, because that's a fiddly bit, and this bit will not even do. There we go. That should have helped. Or should help. Can we now get a closed loop nuclear fuel thingy going here? That would be pretty cool. Yes. Now the road doesn't look so busy, but it was. When it became a severe bottleneck, we saw just how busy it was. Oh, and so far the game hasn't crashed. That's also good news. Save. Yes, I suppose so. So anyway, the thing is that there's been a year has gone by last year, and the thing was the fire that took place there. Otherwise, not a whole lot happened. I think that there's more action on at these construction sites. Actually, they're done mostly. Yes. Very good. Anyway. Total domestic, I suppose this is the gross domestic product or something similar. We did a lot of things. The nuclear waste was 17,000 rubles. Other than that, though, it's cement 906. Not a whole lot of construction going on. No, prefab panels, bricks. Crops, though. 26,443.79 tons of crops produced. Very good. A bit of mechanical components. Yes, we're building vehicles. Coal. Yes, we're making steel. Bitumen. Fuel. 10,000 tons. 17,000 tons of fuel. Almost 3,000 tons of livestock. 6.6 thousand tons of food goes in to feed the population. Power, many megawatt hours. Yes, oil, 36,000 tons. Okay. And consumption. Nuclear fuel, 10 tons. How much did we make again? I think you looked at nuclear fuel. It ought to be one of the largest posts here. There. 6.6, 20 tons we made. And we used half. Okay, so that's about the same rate as we have always been then. Yes. Steel. How much steel did we make? 5,500 tons. 5 million worth. And of that, 2,500 tons went into vehicles and a ship maybe. And constructions. Not a whole lot of construction going on last year. Vehicle fuel, 12,467 tons. So, and we made again 17,000 tons. We almost need it all. We have very little surplus of fuel. Right, and pretty soon here the railway will be completed. Meanwhile, out on the real railroad, how many trains are waiting here to be able to go? One is going, another work train is coming, here one is coming. No, not that many are waiting actually. Good. Yes, right, there is a two-way block in here. Or something. Yes, here there is a waiting block that cuts them off from causing too much chaos. So far, what we got here: tractors and trucks, right? And here we have plenty of snowplows and W140s, which I was thinking of actually bringing out to a different place. Yes, we have this train. It is not ridiculously long. It is full of steam. Okay. Do we have a different open hull train? No. Okay. We should switch to building those types of wagons here instead of building these locomotives at an incredibly slow rate. Yes, can load vehicle on flatbed 79 tons. Maybe also increase speed here a little bit. Yes, and the population suffered. Didn't suffer anything. It didn't suffer anything last year. It was all great. It even went up here and kept up. It has gone down a bit though since the height, but it is winter time. What can I say? It is minus 18 degrees outside. Are you all keeping warm here? Yes, you are. Wonder when it is this cold, how hard is this working? Not very hard. No. Okay. I don't think that we can get. Let's see here at the economy and trade again. Consumption of resources, industry, power is last year. For some reason, it doesn't use a whole lot more the colder it gets. It's just that during the summer months, it doesn't use a whole lot at all. Other than that, though, it's pretty much the same. Industry, I suppose these are heating plants. Yes, if we go to constructions, could we see asphalt being used pretty constantly here? Apparently, we have some road construction going on. Somewhere, something long. Yes, I don't know what it is, but it is something. What's this? Is this an empty? No, it's not. It actually has vehicles, as we can see from the state of the roads. And here you're also keeping warm. Yes, very good. I think if they weren't keeping warm during winter, we ought to have noticed. But all of these snowplows, where are you? Because these roads seem to be unplowed most of the time. You're here. Pardon me, I don't see why it would. This wouldn't happen to be a mud road, and that is down prioritized in your scheme here. No, it's not upgradable, so that's not it. We could say that bridges are incredibly important. Yes. such as this. Yes. Lots of unplowed road here. Then again, it is snowing more or less constantly, so it is maybe a bit unfair to be judging it here in the harshest of conditions. Is this working? There are cars parked here. 7 firefighters. And they have all driven here themselves. Fantastic. And what about this place, which is a bit closer? Not here. This place. It's working reasonably too. And everything is alright with this farm, and so is it with every other farm here. 57 workers without job, but that's fine, and I wonder if that's even counting all of these people standing around here all day that we're not using for anything really. Yes, this road is not in a good condition. Come on. Oh, you only have 1,000 meters. Yes, bridges are incredibly important here too. I believe. Let's see, how many buses do we even have here? We have a few. The rich nuclear workers. 1 bus. We could have 1 or 2 more just for safety. Even though there are lots of people here waiting in line to work at the at the thing. Yes. And this is not really the place where things are happening in during wintertime. Here we have the regular confused snowplow, as doesn't understand that it's allowed to go against traffic on a one-way road when it is a snowplow, and that won't go through this station for some reason. Meanwhile, in the steel mill, 230 people. And in the oil refinery, as the chimneys are smoking, 145, 170, 400 people at the bus stop, 10,000 people living here. It's all doing very good, I would say. And you're keeping warm and everything. It's minus 20, minus 15. Yes, you're all keeping very warm. This kindergarten is 23.5. Yes, and this house is fluctuating slightly. But I think that we can cope. Children cannot go to school. Here there is a house. This one. This happens to be. This is no good. But the people who live here are educated anyway. I don't know how this would happen. That didn't do anything. Then they will continue to be uneducated. Let's see here, around children. There are a few here and there, but not a huge amount. Religious sympathy. It doesn't show up. No percent. Sports, okay. Have computer. Lots of electronics here. This. There's your radio, television, computer. And you're very cultured as a result, and that's very good for you and all. $11,000. Yes, we actually have a little bit of overproduction of crops at the moment, and that is just for the better, because there should be an expansion. I mean, what is this? 50,000 population. Yes. What the next goal for 50,000 was never a goal. It just happened due to circumstances, and mostly due to building this town, I think. And after those, yes. Anyway, we have this area out here, which I think is rather nice. And there is high voltage already available. There is a road stretching out to here. We could even have a quarry and everything. Because no, it's there. It isn't too far to go. Or is it? Let's start this by the road is plowed, which is quite impressive. Something here. Has to get something to start with up here. Then would be we didn't need a quarry. No, we don't need asphalt plant. We don't need. No, it's all close enough. Can this road eventually be going anywhere? Not anywhere that where is. I mean, Katzinchad is over there. Yes, there should be. There is a railroad. Here is actually here's the gas station and things. Yes, but that should rather continue from here. Something like this, I'm thinking here. Yes, whatever it will do. I suppose if you're taking this road, you're heading north. There will be a level crossing. It's just the way it is. But we should be aiming for the gas station here. Like that. Yes. And then we could this as this I don't know if it serves any purpose. It's a very long way to go to get to what is essentially railroad territory. Yes, and it is serious railroad territory. We are not going to do a level crossing over here, over this. No, but civilization and road network lies here or here. Yes, I see something coming here. If we could do something. This might be a bit unnecessarily wide. To do landing in the middle or not. At least I guess we'll have a little bit of an thing here. There, and then go this way. I don't know if this is anywhere near the level that we want, but anywho, truss bridge. Okay, you can try that. Yes, this doesn't have anything underneath it. That is very good for our purposes here. That's a bit of a wonky angle, but they'll be able to manage. Yes. So okay, and there's the road. Yeah. Yes, this is not railroad. You do it differently, especially when it is not already done. Now here we could go old school, so workers and resources, so it's public, or we could go this instead. Okay, that's 20,000 workdays to do this. There's still no good way to get to Katzinshad, because this you'd want to. I think you'd want a southern connection too. This maybe could frame this town a little bit if we were to do a road out here. Yes, straight into the power pole. There is very good. But I think that we could snake underneath. Yes. This is single track. I'm completely fine with having a level crossing out here. Okay. Yes, there's now 25,000 workdays, 20,000 tons of, 220,000 tons of asphalt. Steel, concrete, bricks. All sorts of things, really, just for a bit of road. Yes. And as a pipe pumping station caught fire as it also became a new month, the month of February of the year of 1995. Yes, so out here then, should we put up something? And if anything, we should have electricity here. What is this electricity? This is heating electricity mostly. We could probably, if we look at this switch, it is passing 12 megawatts. Yes, we could run the town off what is left. That one. And here is a different one. You know what? This is a different type of wire. This would, to me, indicate that this is actually part of the electricity grid. Maybe. The older generation electricity grid. Where is it going? Oh, this is this special line. Yes, it goes from the coal power plant up to here. So that we can run this place in an emergency. $3,000 people are watching television. Very good. Very good. And yes, whilst I remember that I found something here, broadcasting, I think it's called, is a long wave transmitter. Yes, what is this? It's very tall. Should we put it like in the middle? And it causes a little bit of pollution. Yes, it only requires a very few workers. 7. Yes, and the people here have cars. If we could put it a little bit ways out of town, but not too far, where it isn't completely occupied by fields. It even has its own medium voltage connection. And here there would appear to be heat. It doesn't have a road connection. It makes some sense for a thing like this not to have a road connection. It's the thing you find out in the woods somewhere. Sort of. Yes. Yes, here we have. But here we have a bus station. Aren't these people driving here? No. They are going to be driving to this place, maybe, I hope. Large parking lot. Let's see here. Where we have parking lots here and no, that's not parking lot. That is parking lot. Yes, this ought to be close enough. I would hope. Is it expensive? $500,000. Pretty expensive. No assigned construction offices. Why not? Because it did not have this connection until very recently, and they haven't had time to find it yet. That's why. Alright. As here no one's living, and it should be within driving range. Yes. So, for the future, we're not going that way. Although it would be a whole lot easier because we have fire protection, we have roads, we have everything. Here we don't have anything. And this might even be so far away that yes, it is too far away to be caught by construction office. This is no construction offices in range. Is that so? You will get a special task here of doing so. It is a bit far away, I know. But it is for the glory of the land. You won't have much success with this here in winter time, because apparently this is a bit neglected. This but yes, that should get them going, and they have gotten going. This gotten going might be a generous term for what amounts to pretty much nothing or very little. Let's see. As out here, it seems to be working pretty well too. It doesn't have any electricity, it says, but it does. This does. Slightly unstable. But no, nothing too terrible. Yes. Should we wrap this up then? We're right at the 3-hour mark. Yes, this is only half the length of previous. The last 3 here. Not much better. Yes, it is a work day after all, and a work day tomorrow as well. This is not sustainable, you know. It just isn't. I'm going to need to find my way out of this. Thing. But no, I'm building new roads here. This will be magnificent. And here we'll have, you know, bridges going over the railroad and continuing. This, now looking at it, should also have a road here, maybe on this side of the lake. And here they seem to have put in a place to break off slightly. anything, yes, if there's anything we should get ourselves out here, it is a construction office. Yes, a big one, really big one. One of these. It needs flat terrain. I won't be able to flatten terrain, I don't think. No. Right, and then the point of pausing was to be able to do that. Then we untick that bit, even though I am going to pay for this particular road. Yes, everyone get to work on that, please. A construction office in Kolata. Where is that? Okay. Yes, so perhaps here a model society could be with, you know, an embassy, for example. Or we could use an existing town for an embassy, but no, we don't. Pardon me. We don't need that. We have occupation and only a little bit surplus of workers here and there. Yes, only a couple of hundred people standing around on bus platforms. But this is a bit interesting because this is not, I'm guessing, at least, no grounds. Okay. As this is a lot larger. It needs flat terrain. What do we have terrain? Well, it is quite flat. It's just down to the lake there where it isn't that flat. Well, here could an embassy could. Yes, we don't have that. Neither. Going to get need flat terrain. Come on, yeah, you want to build a few of these here. Yes, you think 3 is going to cut it for a while? No, we couldn't. Because we couldn't manipulate the terrain yet. Very much regrettable, I have to say. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Yes, I think that this will be good enough for now. We have a few things here for them to build. Construction office. If we get a few construction vehicles in here, we might have workers here. No, not really. We could get workers here because there is a bus line or something. There is one bus, yes, that loads 24 workers out here. Yes, if we got there it is, by the way. If we got ourselves a few more buses and told them to load up fully, we would have workers really close by too. To build this place out. But first, we need some excavators in here. And bulldozers to be able to do something about this. Yes, so that will be it. Thank you so very much for watching or partaking or whatever it was you did. If you did. And if you did, please let me know. Good night.